America, we are back, baby. Welcome to another episode of America Unfiltered with James Pascalides. We got a great episode for you tonight. A lot of different things to talk about. We're going to talk about the takeover of American media that's currently happening. We talked about the TikTok angle of it. We're going to talk about that a little bit more today. But we'll also talk about the new Paramount deals. We'll talk about the media in general, how the government's connected to it all. We'll talk about the Israel influence with the media. We will talk about how the media is now attacking X as well. We got a lot of different things to talk about. I also want to show some clips today. I'm going to respond to comments towards the end of the show. So again, everyone, please remember to smash the follow button, smash the like button, leave a comment, let me know what you think about the show. I want to get right into our topics today. Our first thing I want to talk about is I want to show you guys a little chart, and I want to talk about we're going to come back to this chart a lot today, but this is a chart I made about Israeli influence in the media. This right here signifies Israel. As you can see, these signify a lot of the billionaires and higher-ups who are in our country. These are a lot of their companies, and these are a lot of the companies that are under those companies. And these all get tied back to Israel. But this includes Nickelodeon, Disney, this includes TNT, TBS, this includes ESPN, this includes Bloomberg, this includes Fox, CNN, MSNBC. Pretty much every major American media company ends up coming back to one little star here, the Israel influence lobby. Why is Israel putting such an emphasis on trying to own the media is one of the biggest questions. Nick Fuentes answered that question for us last night. I do have a clip I want to show of that today as well. I'll show it in just a few minutes. But a big reason, and you'll hear him explain this, but Israel cannot survive without America's help. Sure, Israel does have some money, and they have built up a military and a lot of weapons over time with the United States, who have practically just given it to them. But every country surrounding Israel hates them, and that's not a secret. Every single country surrounding Israel despises Israel. It is the reason that the United States has pushed over 6 regime changes in the area for Israel. It's because they had no other options but to lobby our politicians to help them, or they would have been a failed state eventually. So they have, over time, built this up. They have built up the entire American media, bought out the entire American media, including social media companies as well. I didn't even mention earlier, like Meta, Instagram, TikTok now. TikTok's the biggest one. And another thing I want to show you guys with TikTok is this. This is what happened when I opened my TikTok account just the other day. I have been posting on TikTok, not for crazy long, but for a few months now for sure. And just a week after Israel, or the Israel lobby, purchased TikTok, I get a permanent ban. What a fucking surprise. Seriously, what a surprise. This is why I would rather the Chinese Communist Party own my data than fucking TikTok, because we don't, than Israel, because we don't have free speech with Israel. They are going to allow people to glorify school shootings on TikTok still. They are going to allow people like minors to post thirst traps and sex edits on TikTok. But they're not going to allow you to criticize Israel. We are in a very ridiculous time in America where people like me are literally just getting banned for using our voices. You want to know the video that got me banned? It was, I said, people think that just because you don't support Israel means you support Hamas. Here's where I'm going to make my position clear. I want the United States to stay the fuck away from the entire Middle East. I posted that video. It's not even like directly anti-Israel. It's also anti-Hamas. You'd think maybe they'd throw me a fucking bone, but no. No, the new head of moderation, head of PR for TikTok, the former IDF soldier, didn't find that acceptable and thought, nope, we're going to axe this motherfucker. And that's what they did. Months and months of work on my TikTok account down the drain, censored completely because someone bought TikTok out. And what group bought TikTok? I wonder. Was it the Israel lobby? The Israel lobby is just censoring us now because they don't want people talking shit about them. They know they're so guilty that they have to buy the remaining media companies they don't already own to make themselves not look guilty, because more Gen Z people speaking negatively about them is going to lead to the United States not supporting them anymore. And when the United States doesn't support them anymore, like if we remove our entire allyship with Israel and we're saying, okay, fuck you guys, you're on your own, whatever happens, happens from here. Literally within a month, every surrounding country would fucking invade. Every surrounding country. So they need U.S. support to keep on going. It's very clear. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to show that Nick Fuentes clip for you guys. I want you guys to see it. He explains it better than I ever could, or better than most people could. He is the most knowledgeable person when it comes to geopolitics and things like that. And I'm going to show this video again. I already showed it last week. But I want to show it again because it's more relevant than ever right now, today, after this happened. These are other videos I'm going to show. I don't know where this Nick video is that I was going to show. Let me, I'm going to have to, giving you guys a sneak preview of all the little things you guys are going to get to see during the show today. Yep, here we go, here we go. It's a 6-minute clip, so maybe we won't watch the full thing, but maybe. I don't know. I really enjoy Nick clips. I love watching Nick.
On the way it is, without American support. When they talk about we have a right to exist, we have a right to defend ourselves, I don't know where they think that right comes from. It comes from us. It comes from the American taxpayer. It comes from the American soldier. That's where it comes from. We gave you your right. And do you want to know who makes up the majority of taxpayers and soldiers? White Christian Americans. So specifically, when they say we have a right to exist, we have a right to defend ourselves, what they're really saying is we have a right to have Goyim die for us and be enslaved to us.
That's how a lot of these people view us, especially in Israel. They just view us as Goyim. Like, if you're not a Jew, you're not in with them. You're not cool to them. You're not, you're worthless, essentially, to some of these people.
That's what they're saying. They're saying white Christian men pay their taxes to build up a military. White Christian men volunteer their lives in the military to defend our right to genocide our neighbors, to defend our right to defend ourselves or exist. It's a sick, evil arrangement. No other country works like this. There's no other arrangement like this on earth. Israel writes the checks, we cash the checks. Israel wants to carry out a genocide. They want to talk tough. They want to explode pagers. They want to assassinate leaders. And we protect them while they do it. If it wasn't for us,
The United States is just Israel's fucking big bodyguard. Like, anyone who knows that douchebag fucking streamer kid, Jack Doherty, who just walks around like an asshole, and then he has his bodyguard protect him when people try and fight him. Israel is Jack Doherty. They're the fucking little asshole that most people just don't like.
Everyone would push their shit in and fucking destroy them. Forgive my language. They wouldn't be able to get away with it.
Yeah.
But it's us that is holding back the night and preventing them from having any kind of accountability. They don't have to actually pay for their actions because we're paying for their actions. White Christian men die and work and sweat and bleed so that they can do whatever they want. And of course, our military support for Israel is conditioned upon political support for Israel. The U.S. military answers to the civilian president, the elected president, and the Congress. And how do we have a civilian president, and how do we have elected representatives in Congress? It's the American public that elects them. It's the American public that votes for this on some level. So if you're following this chain of reasoning, Israel can't do what it wants without American military support. American military support comes from American political support. And that political support comes from public opinion. The American people support Israel, ostensibly. So we get politicians that support Israel. So the military does everything in its power to protect Israel, and that lets Israel do whatever it wants. If you're understanding this, then you understand that American public opinion is actually a national security concern of Israel. What?
Yep. The more Gen Z dislikes Israel, the more Israel starts freaking out because they realize that when our generation's in power, they're absolutely fucked. They cannot survive without our support in the end, and it's not because they don't have the money. It's because they have done so much corrupt shit, especially in their region, that literally they will just be flat right after we stop supporting them.
What you, as an American voter, think about Israel is an existential matter for the government of Israel. So I hear people say all the time, they say, well, I don't really care about Israel. Why do you care? They say, I don't care about Israel and Gaza. I care about America. I don't care about all that over there. And I don't know why you care so much. That seems to be like very low on the list of priorities. I care about some other issue. Well, you have to understand that as a matter on a systemic level, Israel cares deeply about you and what you think about Israel. They don't care what Africans in Africa think. They don't care what Latin Americans in Latin America think. If you have an American citizenship, if you have an American passport, if you're an American taxpayer, they care what you think about them. Because insofar as you live and work and vote and operate in American society, you are a small piece of the puzzle of their national security apparatus. If a young man like myself starts to think that Israel's a problem, and I start talking about it, and I tell everyone I know, and I start a show like this one, and I start to convince people that they shouldn't vote for a president if they support Israel too much, that becomes Israel's problem. But it's not just any problem, that becomes an existential problem. Because if a person like myself becomes too powerful or too influential, if I convince too many people, if too many people believe that we need to stop Israel and express that in the way that we vote, and let's say that someday that results in an anti-Israel policy or in a policy that doesn't support Israel, then Israel's in big trouble. So that means that Israel is going to do everything in its power to fight to win over public support in America. It's just as important to them, maybe more important than anything else. In the same way that they're dropping bombs on people in Gaza, or they're dropping bombs on people in Lebanon, or they're dropping bombs on Iran, they're also spending tons of money in America making sure that we don't go against Israel, because they...
Yeah, what he's saying right there, I'm going to talk about this at the end. I didn't even have this in our show today, but it looks like there's 7K per post, and Marjorie Taylor Greene exposes for an influence operation. So I'm sure we'll talk about that. But that's literally, he said this yesterday. This gets exposed today. Hits the nail right on the fucking head every fucking time.
Need our weapons. They need our support. They need our support in the international community, in the institutions, vetoing Security Council resolutions, punishing countries that put sanctions on them, bombing countries that try to attack them, giving them weapons to bomb their enemies. They need that critically. They can't survive without it. And that's what Charlie Kirk was telling Israel. Charlie Kirk said, you've got a 5-alarm fire. Young people don't support you. That's going to wind up in a policy where we're not giving you as much military support. And Charlie...
You guys got to remember, we're the voters. If we all fucking hate Israel, our politicians are sluts. I mean, people just have to realize that these politicians blow with the fucking wind. Like, if you know anything about politics, you know that, like, Hillary was anti-illegal immigration until she had to be pro-illegal immigration. Same thing with Obama. And, like, even those people, they were like anti-gay marriage until they had to be pro-gay marriage. Like, these people are sluts. They blow with the wind. However the money tells them to fucking, or whatever the money tells them to say, they're going to say. They don't. So when the money's telling them, like, fucking get away from Israel, if the mass voter base, if all Gen Z, millennials, Gen Alpha, if we're all like, literally, fuck you, we're not going to vote, or we're not going to vote for you. We're not going to donate to your parties anymore. We're not even going to be affiliated with your parties anymore if you're pro-Israel. we'll see a change. And this is what Israel's really worried about. And that's why you're seeing the Hezbollah campaign step up like crazy. That's why they're purchasing TikTok to silence motherfuckers like me who call them out on their war crimes.
They said, I don't want to see that. Well, Israel got the memo. And now they're doing exactly what Charlie Kirk prescribed to them.
Yep. Yeah, powerful clip by Nick Fuentes there. Powerful clip. Every time we're just in a dead zone or I'm talking, I'm just going to go back to this. But yeah, I mean, powerful clip by Nick Fuentes to show that, kind of like what I was trying to say earlier, and I said in the beginning, no one's going to explain it as well as he does. But their entire survival is dependent on the United States, and primarily going forward, it will be dependent on our generations, the generations who will run this country, the generations who want nothing to fucking do with Israel. And it has partially to do with the influence of Americans. It has partially to do with the fact that most of us on the right now are nationalists. But we got to get to a place where we're not sending them money, $3.8 billion, $300 billion, total, a little over that, honestly, total. We got to get to a point where we're not supporting them in wars. We're not even allies with them. That is the goal for our generation. That is the goal for a lot of the America First movement, to get real American and Christian nationalism back in this country and to get away from the Israel lobby and away from these foreign entanglements. We have way too many. And Israel is Israel's the fucking redheaded stepchild we just got to get rid of. We're going to go on, though. I'm still pissed about this. I can't believe I got literally fucking banned on TikTok. It's so fucked up. Fuck you guys on TikTok. Fuck you, Larry Ellison, you fucking sack of shit. Like, you guys want me to, like, talk about Israel in a more positive manner? Don't fucking censor me, you cunts. Like, again, I get what they're trying to do, because it's not like I was going to switch and talk positively about them on TikTok if they didn't censor me. But now I fucking hate you even more. I don't think you realize it. You want people to not hate you. Stop doing corrupt shit. This is America, bitch. Free speech exists. Don't censor Americans because they're talking shit about your shit country. Your shit country that still is filled with people who are rich off the money from slave mines of diamonds in Africa that they still own. Your corrupt country that's committing a genocide. Your corrupt country that blew up the only Catholic church in that area. Your corrupt country that is killing unarmed women, children, journalists. Your corrupt country that attacked our nation multiple times. That influences our politicians. That ran a fucking international pedophile ring around the world. Influencing politicians or blackmailing politicians to influence them. That's the nation we're talking about. A nation who said, you know what, we're gonna finance this guy to go fuck a bunch of kids and do it with politicians. We're gonna just let all these kids get raped and fucked. We are going to let them rape them all. And it doesn't matter, because in the end, we'll just kill the kids so they can't speak about it. We'll just kill them all like Virginia Guffrey. We'll hit her with a bus, and when she doesn't die, we'll just fucking off her and then make it look like a murder. That's what we're fucking dealing with right now. It's an invasion, essentially. They own our fucking media. They are censoring Americans in real time. And people are like, no, they're not. Bitch, they are. They're censoring me. They just did. I've been on TikTok for a long fucking time. I got 3 strikes in one fucking day and got the boot immediately. 1 week after the fucking IDF, Larry Ellison, and the fucking Israel lobby bought TikTok. You want to know what Elon can do to really fucking stick it to TikTok? He can bring Vine back and make it completely uncensored. Bring back short form videos like Vine, whether it's 6 seconds or whatever, make it completely uncensored and let us shit all over them. Let us shit on the entire fucking world or whoever the fuck we want. Make it real free speech. Because what the fuck is this? What's going on? How is it that Instagram is now less censored than fucking TikTok? It's so fucked up. It is so messed up what they're doing. I'm going to show part of this video. We already watched this last week. But the only reason I want to show it again is because, again, he just banned my fucking TikTok account after he said this. He says that TikTok is a weapon that they're using.
Christian influencers. Okay. You said, we talked about the woke right. And he said, I call it the woke Reich. That's a brilliant observation. The woke Reich, because these people, they're not any different from the woke left. I mean, they're insane. They're the reason. But they're actually meeting on some of the things. And what we have to do is we have to secure that part of the base of our support in the United States. That is being challenged systematically. A lot of this is done with money of NGOs, vast money of government,
Money of Jewish donors and billionaires.
vaster. Okay, we have to fight back.
What a fucking prick.
How do we fight back? Our influence.
Look at this ugly bitch ass face. Receding hairline. Fuck you. Fucking disgust me.
I think you should also talk to them if you have a chance. To that community, they're very important. And secondly, we're going to have to use the tools of battle. You know, the weapons change over time. You can't fight today with swords. That doesn't work very well. Okay.
No, you just bomb civilians, not swords. Don't be silly.
Can't fight with cavalry. That doesn't work very well. And you have these new things, you know, like drones, things like that. I won't get into that. But we have to fight with the weapons that apply to the battlefields in which we're engaged. And the most important ones are in social media.
Social media is a battlefield to him. It's not what we use for communication and news. To him, it's a battlefield that he has to control.
The most important
The prime minister, the head of Israel, thinks he has to control American media as a battlefield.
purchase that is going on right now is
You think founders would accept that?
followers.
I love how everyone's response is buy followers, buy bot accounts, and then it's like
TikTok, number one. And I hope it goes through because it can be consequential. And the other one, what's the other one? That's most important. X.
That's where I'm gonna end it for here. There's not much more in it. They talk about the potential of buying X. That's never gonna fucking happen. This is a tweet from Sarah Stock. She said TikTok is still going to, it's kind of what I was saying earlier, TikTok is still going to allow middle school girls to post thirst traps, teens to encourage eating disorders, to press kids to make school shooter edits, adults to groom kids into changing their gender. They just won't allow Americans to criticize Israel or Jews. Yep, exactly. This is another video from Sarah Stock actually too, where she's kind of saying a similar point, but it's worth listening to. It's a quick one.
That was just me, and I didn't really end up that bad, but I know other people who during COVID spent so much time on TikTok. They started off normal people who look like me, and then 2 years of COVID scrolling through TikTok, suddenly they have crazy piercings all over their face, the dyed hair, massive. They're addicted to attention and validation from TikTok of trying to be as much of a victim, trying to be as alt as possible. While all of them have a billion new eating disorders and mental illnesses. And I literally knew people that were normal before and then come out of COVID trying to tell people they have to call them by they, them, and say they're non-binary or whatever, fully change their gender, literally just because of TikTok. This would not happen if they didn't have a phone.
Yep.
So the fact that TikTok has been poisoning the minds of our youth that much, and America never seemed to care about that. Our government, these billionaires never seemed to care about the fact that it was making our youth mentally ill and killing themselves because of it. They never cared about that. They only care about it once Americans start waking up and being like, I don't really like what's happening in Palestine. It looks like innocent people are dying over there, and it might be this foreign government's fault. Apparently, that is the final straw. Where our government needs to push for TikTok to be sold to a Jewish billionaire to make sure to control the narrative.
Yep, I mean, very right about that. She's right about everything she said there. The e-girls are pissed too. This was a funny video. The e-girls are fucking... Don't piss off the e-girls. Don't piss off these bitches. This is e-bitch getting
Here's
pissed.
a fun fact for you guys. The person in charge of running hate speech on TikTok now is a former IDF soldier. Process that. A person that was committing genocide is now in charge of hate speech on TikTok. Here's a fun...
I'm sure her TikTok account got banned as well. But yeah, it's pretty absurd that a former IDF soldier is literally running PR and running the censorship on TikTok. One thing I didn't mention at the beginning of the show that I do want to talk about towards the end is Candace, baby, I'm coming for you. I'm Candace. Oh, Candace, 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 Candace. Candace, Candace, Candace. I was right, you were wrong. I was right. I'm gonna come for you at the end of the episode, though. Don't worry, baby. Don't worry, sweetheart. You'll get your time. We're gonna go on, though. I do want to show, this is one of the people. His name is Brad Parscale. Recently registered as a foreign agent for the state of Israel, disclosing his contract to receive $6 million over a 4-month period to map out Gen Z influencers and distribute a narrative about anti-Semitism in the United States. He also worked very closely with the Trump administration, so Trump's former campaign manager. And then I'm going to show you this video of him getting arrested. You guys can get a little taste of who this guy is.
Don't do this. I'm not doing anything. Relax. What happened? So, she started saying all this shit.
Hey, get on the ground, man. Get on the ground. Get on the ground, man. Get on the ground, man.
Oh, Jesus. Get on the ground. Listen, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything.
Stay down. Put your hands behind back. Put your hands behind back. Hey, we'll figure it all out, all right? Don't worry about it.
I didn't do anything.
Relax. We're going to get you out
I
the ground
didn't do
in a
anything.
second, okay? We're going to get you out the ground in just a second, okay?
Wait, hey, I didn't do anything.
Are there any weapons on you or anything like that?
No, I didn't have any weapons. I didn't do
I know, we're going to get you off the
anything.
ground, boys. Bring your knees. You're okay. Ready? Help us out. We're going to pick you up, all right? One is your leg.
Okay, yes, I'll get up.
Ready? 1, 2,
Okay, good. I didn't do anything.
That's a video of him just getting absolutely body slammed. I thought some people would enjoy that one. But yeah, so this guy was Trump's former campaign manager, and then now he is registered as a foreign influencer, essentially, foreign agent for the state of Israel, trying to convince Gen Z to be more in line with Israel's values. Do you think this guy was a Mossad agent spying on Trump? Do you guys think so? Because I do. Look at that fucking face. That's a Mossad agent. This guy's a Mossad agent. No fucking doubt in my mind about it. This also happened today. This was kind of cool. I don't know what it will lead to. We'll see. But the FBI cut ties with the ADL after the Turning Point USA backlash. So we talked about that the other day, how ADL labeled Turning Point USA an extremist group. Fuck the ADL. Fuck them. One of the most corrupt organizations. They're just so fucking stupid. Like, honestly, it's a company full of retards, an organization full of retards. It's like the only people more retarded than the ADL is APEC, and they're pretty fucking neck and neck. I mean, they are king of the retards, those guys. You know, I had this later for the show, but it seems relevant now. Retard finders, they find retards on X. One of the biggest retards, APEC. Yep, boom. That's a crazy thing we'll talk about in a sec. But yeah, so we cut ties with the FBI finally cut ties with the ADL for they would use them for information on extremist groups, and all the extremist groups to the ADL were, if you were a Christian, you're an extremist. If you were a America Firster, you're an extremist. If you were party Turning Point USA, you are an extremist. It's just so crazy. I mean, like, if you have a Christian identity, you're in the extremist category. So, it's like half the fucking nation right there, at least. It's so fucked up. It's so fucked up that we let them get away with this for that long. This is another crazy thing. This comes right after Kim Jong-un says he's gonna nuke Tel Aviv. Again, Kimmy said, if you touch this little white bitch, you touch one fucking hair on this white girl's head, and I'm gonna nuke the fuck out of you guys, is what Kim said. And then they do this. And just in case, I don't know if there's volume in this. But then they intercepted her boat. She seems to be fine, like they haven't hurt or killed her or anything. I don't know what's going to end up happening there. But, Kimmy, we like you for that one, Kim. We like you for that, Kim. Thank you for standing up for the white girl when no one else would. Thank you, Kim. You're standing up for the white girl more than the American government does. White girls get murdered every fucking day in America, and they do nothing about it. But you, Kim, Kim, you son of a bitch. You handsome son of a bitch, Kim. Nah, I mean, I shouldn't glorify Kim Jong-un. He's kind of a fat sack of shit. But that was a base comment, buddy. I'll give you that. You got me there. It was a good comment. I want to go on. This is kind of just switching subjects a little. Actually, let's wrap up the Israel influence on America. Let's go back to this for a second. Like I was saying in the beginning, at the top we have the Israel star. Then under you got Larry Page, you got Ellison, you got Murdoch, you got Zuckerberg, you got Larry Page, you got Brin, you got Iger, you got Bloomberg, you got Roberts, you got Brad Pascal, who I just showed, and then who is this? You got Barry Weiss. Sorry, it's a little blurry. I don't know why it's so blurry. I gotta fix that. But yeah, it shows all the companies they own. Oracle, Skydance, Fox Corp, News Corp, Meta, Alphabet, Disney, Comcast, Bloomberg, Amazon, the Free Press, Clock Tower. And then it shows under at the very bottom. It's a little compacted. I got to fix that too. We got Fox News, Wall Street Journal. We got New York Post. We got Business Insider. We got CBS, CNN, HBO, Showtime, Nick, Comedy Central, Instagram, WhatsApp, Threads. We got Meta, Facebook, YouTube. We got Twitch, Washington Post, ESPN, Hulu, Disney Plus, Marvel, Lucasfilm, Century Studios, MSNBC. You got Paramount, you got Warner, Universal. So if you guys aren't getting it, we are fucking invaded and we are a captured people. If our entire media is owned by a foreign nation and a foreign interest group, are we really getting a correct side of what things like? Does it give you a different perspective on all the movies you've ever seen that make Israel shine in such a victim light? Israel's been painted as the victim forever, but who's painted them as the victim? They've painted themselves like they own the fucking media. It's right here. I made a map for you guys so it's simple, so you guys could all just see it. I did the work for you. I did it all. And if you don't trust just this, I'm gonna plug someone else's stuff who I like a lot. Search Zmilly, Zmilly. Great guy. He is on YouTube and on TikTok. We'll see how long he stays on TikTok after this fucking IDF takeover. But check him out. He does a series called The Noticing, where he talks about what he's noticing about the Israel lobby taking over fucking America. And he talks about the media companies. He goes way more in depth in his episodes than I'm going to go in this one, because I figured this chart is a good enough place to just go with. Before I get into the other stuff here, the back half of the show, really quick, I want to address this Candace Owens thing, because, oh, sweetheart, you fucked up. You fucked up, baby. Candace. Go back to making George sandwiches. Go back to crying that Nick Fuentes is never going to fuck you. Candace, you literally said you had the letter. You claimed you had the letter. And I gave you the benefit of the doubt yesterday. Yesterday, after Bibi and Israel and Turning Point USA released the letter that Charlie Kirk wrote Bibi Netanyahu, where he did everything short of fuck him in it, you didn't fucking come out against, like, you mentioned it very briefly in your stream, but you never showed your copy that you said you had. You said you had a copy of this letter, and it wasn't what they said it was. So why the fuck are you now not releasing it? Candace, you lied. You lied. That's it. You either lied about having the letter or you lied about the contents of it, and they called your fucking bluff. And instead of apologizing to the American people, you lied. You doubled down on your fucking lie. What are you doing? You're losing all your credibility. Again, you've lost a lot of your credibility in the past, and then you gain some of it back. Maybe you gain new supporters, but you just fucking lost it again. You lost it again. I'm going to throw my Candace was wrong party tonight because I told you guys I would. Bitch, you were wrong. You lied. You refused to tell the truth. You lied to millions of Americans. You made millions of people look retarded. I'm glad I wasn't one of them. And to anyone who believed what Candace was saying, if you still believe it, no offense, you're retarded. And again, like, if you're watching my show, if you're a fan of my show and you're mad I just called you retarded, answer this fucking question. Why did she say she had the letter and then now she's not releasing it? If she has the opportunity, Candace would have the opportunity to say, Israel fucking did it for sure. They're now making up a letter. Like, that would be kind of smoking gun evidence. But no, you're not taking that opportunity because you're a lying bitch. You're nothing more. And it's not saying everything you've ever said is completely unintelligent and retarded, but Candace, you fucked up really bad and you're refusing to take accountability. Refusing to take any fucking accountability for your actions, your lies, your propaganda, essentially. You lied to your viewers. You lost your credibility. You lost millions of fans yesterday. Because you refused to accept any fucking accountability that Candace Owens could have been incorrect. Candace Owens could have jumped the gun when she was emotional. You could have easily said, I was emotional after Charlie's death. I really thought it was Israel because of these ties. I was wrong. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't have the letter, or I thought... You could have said you read it wrong, and people would have believed it more than the shit you're doing now, even though that still would have been a fucking lie. You either had the letter and you knew what you were saying was a lie, or you never fucking had it and you lied about that. Whatever it is, you lied one way or the other, and there is no way to get around that now. So anyone still believing her theories about this, no offense, it's like, answer me that fucking question. How is she still credible after that lie? How? How is she credible at fucking all after that lie right there? Candace, make me a sandwich. Seriously. Shut the fuck up for the next fucking month. Take a month off politics. Fucking regroup. Come apologize to people. I'll accept my sandwich. I'll give you a hug. I'll give you a little kiss on the cheek, sweetheart. And then we can go our separate ways. But please, for the love of God, stop fucking lying and take a little bit of a break from politics until you can get your fucking shit together. You have Macron about to sue you for fucking millions because his wife is apparently giving photographic evidence that you were full of shit. You're about to owe Piers Morgan another $300K. You're losing more and more of your viewers with every stream now that you're backtracking on your fucking theories. You're lying. You can't lie in this game and expect to get away with it. You can be wrong, that's one thing, but you cannot lie. If you're wrong, that's fine. We're wrong all the time. I'm wrong all the fucking time. But when I'm wrong, I correct myself. I don't lie and double down. It is so disingenuous what you are doing right now, so despicable and disgraceful. It goes against everything we should be standing for on this side of politics. We should be fighting for truth no matter what it fucking entails. So for you to lie, for you to, like, again, I didn't want Charlie Kirk dead, very obviously, but, like, would I have loved it to have been Israel, not this fucking Tyler Robinson kid? Yeah, it would have gave us another reason to point the fucking finger at him and another reason for us to separate from them. We probably would have went to war with them if we could prove that. But the fact that it's not doesn't mean we should lie about it just to, like, bring more people to the alt-right and get more people woke and hip to Israel. It's like, that will happen on its own. Israel's a corrupt, shitty nation who constantly is fucking up. They own our media. They're gonna fuck up again. More people are gonna notice it. You don't need to lie to get people to notice Israel. It's happened. So Candace, again, I don't hate you. I don't think you're the worst person. I actually kind of like you. I've been a fan of you in the past. Like I've said, I don't like the way you treated Nick Fuentes, and I hate the way you're fucking lying. I just find it so disingenuous and discrediting. I mean, it's fucking disgusting. We're going to go on, though. I do want to get on to the back half towards the end of our show here. It's not going to be a crazy long episode. I already been filming a lot recently. We had a long episode yesterday, and then after that, I filmed my debate with Matthew Finney-Moore. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. But we're going to check out this video real quick. I kind of hope this happens, actually. It would be kind of sick. It would kind of suck because you know they're going to push some pro-Israel content in the commercials, but at the same time, I don't want to fucking see Bad Bunny do a Super Bowl halftime show. He's going to dress up like a tranny, and he is going to fucking sing in Spanish. Bitch, this is America. We speak English here. English. English, motherfucker. Not Spanish. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of my country if all you speak is Spanish. Learn English today. Learn it. It's not even just Spanish. If you only speak one language and not English, get the fuck out of America. Unless you're here for a week on vacation, I don't fucking want you here. But yeah, they're pitching a different Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah, we'll go broke when people complain about this, and they're not. Well, they're going to try and internationalize or whatever, but they're going to lose American audience.
But this is the one pushback to that.
And here's another thing I'm going to really quick go off on. Fuck you, NFL, for making the NFL international now. Bitch, I'm a Philadelphia fucking Eagles fan. If the Eagles play another fucking international game and it's a home game, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna fucking crash out is what I'll say. I'm going to crash the fuck out. Philadelphia fans live and breathe the Eagles. These guys hate their fucking lives. They hate their wives. They hate everything about their jobs. Every part of their week and their day sucks, for the most part. Die-hard Philly blue-collar guys fucking hate everything about life, unless it's Sunday, or Thursday night football, or Monday night, whenever the Eagles play. They live and die for that shit. And you're gonna move a fucking game to Brazil, or London, or fucking Ireland? Fuck you. And it's not just the Eagles. There are other cities like that. Literally, the Green Bay Packers. Here's a quick story. One of my buddies, diehard Green Bay Packers fan, was born in that area. When he was born, 28 years ago, his father put him on the list for season tickets for Green Bay Packers. He's still like 30,000 something in the list, 20 something thousand in the list to get the tickets. People live and die for this shit, and you're going to move it overseas to expand your audience? Fuck you. I don't want a foreign expansion team. I don't want our games in foreign fucking cities, in other countries. This is an American sport. These are American teams. Fuck your profit margins. The NFL is an American thing. So fuck Bad Bunny being at the Super Bowl halftime show. Fuck you, Roger Goodell, for moving this shit overseas. Literally, we just had to, like, the only good thing about a foreign fucking game is that it's at 9:30 in the morning and you get extra football. But fuck you. We have Red Zone for that, bitch. Fuck you, Roger Goodell. You're fucking selling out the NFL. The last fucking decent sport actually, UFC is kind of good. But UFC just got bought by fucking Israel. That's another thing. Paramount got bought by David Ellison, Larry Ellison's fucking son. Larry Ellison, the one who bought TikTok. And David Ellison buying Paramount. Paramount bought UFC. And who are they all owned by? Israel, bitch. Come on, how are you not realizing this? Everything is fucking owned by them now. We're an invaded nation.
Is to Jack's point. They've imported the international audience into our domestic audience.
But when you have a popular vote winner in Donald Trump and a demand for immigration,
the response is simple here. Bring on Creed. We need Creed. We need Scott Stapp. We need them flying down from the rafters. The greatest halftime show that has ever taken place.
Let me give the audience,
which wasn't even a Super Bowl show, by the way.
Let me give the audience.
That was the peak of America back in 2004.
Let me give the audience a little.
Bloody fuck Creed. That's my favorite part of the movie, when the one drunk guy just comes in and screams that after they beat the shit out of them in the bar. It's a very great band. Very great band.
Context. Jack,
Super Bowl,
in response to this, tweeted out something along the lines, there's only one response. We need Creed. I'm literally, it's because, you know,
by the way,
you weren't
I did not have approval from TPUSA.
No. So this is what's hilarious. I'm getting multiple inquiries from the media right now.
So have I.
Saying, I would like a comment on, is Turning Point planning a competing, are they planning a competing halftime show with Creed? And I was like, well, I wasn't.
They should. And, like, again, I hate that it would be Turning Point doing it, because it's going to be a bunch of Zionist commercials and bullshit like that. Like, going to be a bunch of commercials of Bibi Netanyahu fucking Trump in the ass. But it would wake the NFL up a little bit. Like, if you had a ton of people stop watching the halftime show that the NFL was putting on and go watch a different one, and their ratings fucking tanked for the 30 minutes that the halftime show goes on, they would change it for the future. They'll respond. The reason they're doing all this shit is money. Like, they're not doing foreign expansion because Americans want it. None of us fucking do. Ask any NFL fan if they want foreign expansion. They're all like, what? Fuck no. Like, why would I want a home game in another country? That's not a home game. It's retarded. So, I do think it would be good overall for the long term. I want to go on. This is something that I saw. Pet owner forced driver who hit and killed his dog to dig dog's grave at gunpoint and said, I should shoot you, for this. I agree, actually. I don't know if this is going to be controversial. I might do the same thing if I was in that scenario. He's arrested, which makes me sad. I wonder if he's got a GoFundMe. If he doesn't have a GoFundMe already, we should start one. If a guy killed my fucking dog, you're dead. You're dead, motherfucker. If you kill my dog, that's my angel. That's my bitch right there. That is my daughter. I will have you hanging from the rafters, buddy. No, I shouldn't say allegedly. Kidding. No, I don't know. I mean, he does look like a little bit of a fucking weirdo with this like half pedo stash reverse Hitler type thing he's got going on. And I don't grow a ton of hair here either, but it's like you're bald as shit there. That's like a woman's pussy. Like, what are you? That's a weird joke. I don't know why that was what came to my mind. But yeah, you guys get what I'm saying. This guy kind of looks like a fucking weirdo, but still, like, I feel like it's not the most uncommon, like, what's that movie? And again, it's a movie, but Shooter with Mark Wahlberg. He's like, you kill a man's dog, I bury you out in the hills. I tell the sheriff about it a month later, and he says, whatever. That's how America should. You kill a man's dog. That's. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to kill a man's dog. I don't know. I mean, again, you probably shouldn't be holding people at gunpoint, but the sentiment is like, it's not like he held him at gunpoint to kill him. Like, he thought about it, obviously, because he said, I should shoot you. But at the same time, he was making the guy dig the dog's grave. Like, that guy should have to dig the dog's grave. Maybe not at fear at gunpoint, but he should have to dig the dog's grave at the very least. He should pay. This guy deserves a settlement, you know? I mean, more than just that. I'm probably going to get shit for this segment. I'm all over the place with it, but... And I feel like that joke I made was weird. It just wasn't a great one. Just first thing that came to my mind. We're going to go on now. This is, if you haven't seen this yet, this was wild. Fucking Apex lover Ted Cruz. Was it an accident? Did he say this by accident? Freudian slip here. Well,
let's stop.
Oh, wait. We're going to rewind.
How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles?
We'll stop attacking. Bitch, how about we attack all the pedophiles? I so badly want to start a pred hunting show where I just go hunt predators and I like make them sign a waiver and like make them fight an alligator, or no, maybe we don't get them arrested, but maybe we beat the fuck out of these guys and like make their lives terrible somehow. If anyone wants to do that with me, if any of my listeners want to start this is a, like, I know I sound like I'm joking, but I'm not. If any of my listeners seriously want to start this with me, if anyone wants to, and if there's any of my viewers who are legal experts, if we can legally figure out a way to do this, I would love to start a predator hunting show where we fuck with pedophiles to no end and ruin their lives and possibly get them injured, but with a waiver. I wonder how, like, can you break a guy's kneecap if he signs a waiver? I'm curious. Can you, like, shoot a guy through the knee with a 22 if he signs it? No, probably not. That's a little extreme. But can you, like, club him? Or, like, can you make him wrestle an alligator? Like, maybe not, like, an 8-foot, but, like a 5-footer? Like, a smaller one? Or, like, can you... I'm trying to think. What could you do? What are good... Let's think for a second. We're going to take a second in this show to think about how to fuck with pedophiles. What if you clipped radiators to their ball? What if you took an ice pick to his balls? No, kidding. What if we like filled a room with Legos and made them like complete obstacle courses while they had to walk across the Legos? It's not extreme enough. And there's like tasers, like Jackass style, Legos on the floor, tasers hanging from the ceiling. That would be fun. That'd be a good way to fuck with them. I don't know. I don't want to get demonetized for... I'm kidding. I'm not... This isn't me encouraging violence. Saying that I don't want to get demonetized, so I gotta make it clear. I'm kidding. If anybody wants to... if anyone wants to assist with this, though, shoot me a message. We'll get together. We'll get a... I don't know. Maybe we do a collab with Chris Hansen at some point. But no, maybe we just beat the fuck out of them. Like, maybe we, like, make him sign a waiver and we're just like, all right, put your hands up. And we just beat the shit out of him. Like, 3-on-1. Just jump the shit out of him. Maybe, okay, here's a fun thing. What if we took Preds and we just dropped them on O-Block? Let Chirac handle them. We just took Predators and we're like, you gotta stay for 10 minutes. And we drop them on O-Block. That would be fun. We're going to move on now. Let's listen to that. It's a 5-second clip. Let's listen to this fat fuck say this one more time.
How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles?
Why is that what's on his mind? Why is he like, again, I misspeak all the time. I'll say like, one thing I do a lot is like, instead of saying like countries, I'll say like chapters or like something like that, and then I'll correct myself. Why is pedophiles on his mind? Like, I'm curious, what was he thinking about in his mind that like pedophiles is what came out? Because usually it's like you're thinking about something else, and then you say the other thing. I don't know, that was again generational Freudian slip. We're gonna go on though. This is scene from Netflix, racist against white people. I saw this and it's like, what the fuck?
Oh, I'm sorry, but the exhibit's closed. Some clumsy family came in and knocked over the telescope last night. And you know they was white because black people don't create problems like this.
Black people don't create problems like this. The only reason you might know they're white is because they're in a museum, and black people rarely go to museums. White people go to a lot of them. But no, black people do cause more problems than white people. I mean, statistics show that. I've spoke about that on this show. And it's not all black people. It's just the ninjas. It's just the bad ones. There's bad people in every group, too, for people who are going to be like, oh, why aren't you speaking about the other? Fuck you. Shut up. Just because I don't, like, right now in this moment speak about every single group that's bad doesn't mean there aren't bad groups or bad people in every group. But disproportionately, black people commit so many crimes. I don't get that. Like, was that supposed to be comedy, or is that just, like, some woke gay bullshit? This was crazy, too. Netflix appears to openly boast about discriminating against white people in their inclusion and diversity report. They celebrated that the percentage of racially underrepresented directors and lead characters has been growing significantly over the past few years. Excuse me. Why doesn't Netflix hire based on qualifications instead of skin color? And just so you can see everything yourself, you can see the percentage of underrepresented personnel above the line in series by year. Wow. I mean, they're just not hiring white people anymore, essentially. Or they're stopping. Again, diversity quotas are as dumb as it gets. It will lead to the destruction of a productive society. This was crazy too. I think I mentioned this when I was talking about the current events at the end of the show the other day. But the Maryland Freedom Caucus chairman, he was the superintendent. That was confirmed by the Maryland Freedom Caucus chairman. He was the superintendent. His name's Ian Roberts. He has been a registered voter in Maryland since 2012, and he's an illegal alien. So not only was he making $300,000 a year as a superintendent, as an illegal alien was the superintendent of a school, but they also were registered to vote and voting. Illegal aliens are voting in our elections, and they tell you it's not happening. They tell you that voter fraud's not real and that we don't have to worry about it and that 2020 wasn't a sham. But it's very obvious that voter fraud is real, that illegal aliens are voting, and the only reason Biden wanted the mass influx of illegal immigrants is not because he gave it. You think Biden likes fucking Hispanics? You think the guy who called black people super predators likes Hispanics? You think the guy who was part of the 94 crime bill likes Hispanics a lot? Do you think Joe Biden's got a ton of Mexicano friends? You think he's chilling with the amigos? You think he's cracking Modelo's with the boys and playing some fucking soccer with the fellas? No, I don't think so. I think he just wanted the Democrat Party to get more votes in the future because they would be included in the census. This is what's happening. We're being invaded. We are being raped as a country, essentially. That's kind of all the different topics we had to talk about. I do want to go on, read some comments for you guys. Let me pull those up real quick. And then after we do comments, we'll check if there is any headline. Actually, let's check if there's any headlines, and then we'll go to comments. Because I already have that open, and then I got to pull my screen up and all for that. So let's do this now. Walmart to remove synthetic dyes and 30 additives from U.S. private label foods by 2027. That's a win. Okay. Elon Musk urges Netflix boycott over transgender-themed kids shows. Yeah, there's a lot of them. There's 10 of them that are, promoting shows to 7-year-olds that are promoting trans propaganda in them. U.S. government shuts down after Democrats, again, like, this shit doesn't matter. This is all just political garbage. It kind of does matter because, like, if you work in certain federal agencies like TSA or, like, stuff like that, you don't get paid until after, which does impact people, but it's like, this is all political bullshit, and they just need to get their shit together. Let's see if we got anything else. Click news. Elon Omar labels white nation idea disgusting. Again, we are a primarily white nation. We were founded as a white Christian nation. Go fuck yourself and get the fuck out of my country. Go back to Somalia, you worthless, dumb Muslim slut. You are a bitch, Elon Omar. Fuck you. Go back to your fucking shit third world nation. That was probably a little far, but you guys get the sense. I fucking hate that bitch. She is so terrible. I want to see this thing. Let's see. Ooh. Let's see. This is what they were talking about. Israel's paying influencers $7,000 per post. Netanyahu referred this week to a community pushing out preferred messaging in U.S. media, and boy, are they making a... That's crazy. 7,000. And then, yeah, I mean, there's going to be a ton. Well, $7,000 per post. That's crazy. I wouldn't sell out. I like, again, that's fucking ridiculous. People are selling their souls for money. Fucking whores. What sluts. What dumb whores and sluts. That's been all our topics today, though. That's going to be everything we talk about. I'm going to pull up our comments for the day. I'm going to pull up some of those. We'll talk about and respond to some comments that we got over the show yesterday. We got actually a good amount on yesterday's show. We'll see if we got any on the debate. We'll see what comments we got, what we can respond to. Let me pull them up right here. Give me just one moment. Let's see. Why is it all formatted all weird? Let's see. Okay. This person says, I'm the person in your earlier episodes who commented, why do you only mention black people when it comes to crimes and the statistics? I deleted it because I wasn't sure if I should have mentioned it. I'm pretty sure I called you out for that one. Since then, I've thought about it deeply, and I have to admit, you're correct. It's out of control. I think it's just difficult hearing the truth. Sometimes hearing the truth that's close to home is difficult to digest, but in regards to black crime, you are not wrong. Thank you, kind black man. Thank you. Thank you. You're a base black guy. Very base black guy. See, that is the accountability that we need from black people. And I mean this in the most respectful, nicest way possible. If all black people in the United States had the accountability that you have right there, this country would be a lot better place. Seriously, it would. A lot less crime, a lot less arrogance, a lot less douchebaggery. And it's not to say that stuff doesn't exist on the other races and other religions and sides of things. It does. There are always exceptions to the rule, and there are always instances with every group. But, again, we talk about the disproportionate side of the black community when it comes to these things. Crimes, accountability, all that. So I really appreciate your comment. I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate your openness to acceptance of different narratives. And I understand what you're saying. When things are close to home, they are hard to digest. I completely understand that. I mean, that's something we all go through. I don't mean this in a bad way, but we all have an ego. You know, it's a part of human nature. We all have a level of pride and, you know, an ego to us where we don't want to admit things that are hard to admit. So props to you, sir. Again, if all black Americans had that accountability, this world would be a lot better place. So what I can encourage you to do, sir, as a black man in this nation is be a voice for young black men. As you know, and as I talk about, young black men struggle with having a strong male role model in their lives. Only 26% of black households have a father in them. Be a strong role model for the young black men in your community. Make them respectable black men, not ninjas. That is the best piece of advice I can give you, sir, besides tuning into my show. Appreciate that. Let's see what else we got. We got Israel's responsible for the district attorney in these disgusting cities that keep letting these repeat offenders free. It's all being done on purpose. It's all to ultimately tear this country apart and have it disintegrate. There's nothing we can do about it. We're fucked. Yeah, see, I agree with you there. We are fucked. It is a lot of people from that side of things. Charlie Kirk actually even mentioned that in the days before he was murdered, where he said the ADL and a lot of these groups are the people pushing for this woke bullshit and black people to be released from prison earlier. Let's see. This person said, you can call me a conspiracy theorist, but I just want to throw it out there. If Charlie's letter to Netanyahu is true and not phony, wouldn't it make sense to end/fake Charlie's life to get him out of the public? Are you saying that they faked his death, or are you saying that they killed him? I'll respond to both ideas, but I think you're saying killed him. I don't know if I'm just stupid there, if that's bad phrasing. He couldn't just stop going out in public, and obviously the anti-Israel sentiment has been spreading like wildfire with little to no logical defense in favor of Israel. Killing TPUSA credibility, now they don't have to debate in public and can stick to online propaganda. Yeah, but TPUSA still exists. Like, it's bigger than ever now. So that's one of the, like, they didn't kill their credibility. TPUSA had, like, 3,500 chapters. Now they have over 120,000 chapters. Like, if anything, they're fucking growing by like, they're growing at unprecedented rates. So I don't get that part of it. I do think this is a conspiracy. Like, I don't... Okay, let's reread this. If the letter to Netanyahu is true and not phony, it's not phony. Again, like, no one's disputing it. I'm not saying it's 100% real. That's what I'll give you. I'll give you that, like, it's 90% real. There's a 10% chance that it's fake and that we're not seeing another side of it. But, like, honestly, it's probably closer to, like, 95.5, because Candace is the person who said she had a copy and is now saying, or is now not saying anything about it. She's not releasing it. And that's one of the biggest, threads that we had to the letter, biggest ties we had to it. I really think that Charlie was Israel's guy. I mean, Charlie wrote them a 7-page letter on how to fucking essentially propagandize Americans, and I just don't, I don't see any way that Charlie wasn't their guy. He might have said a couple things against the Israel lobby, like he might have asked questions about the ADL and asked questions about the stand down order, but, like, is that a reason to kill the... Like it spoke about in the beginning of the show, and like I showed the Nick Fuentes clip of, without Gen Z's support, Israel will eventually fall, and they know it. Like, they know that every country around them hates them, that every country around the world is waking up to their bullshit, and that the second they lose American support, they're fucked. And they're losing American support, so why would they kill the guy who is their American support? Literally. He was their American... Outside of Fox fucking News, which, like, only boomers fuck... If you watch Fox News and you listen to me, no offense, you're a retard. Stop watching Fox. Start watching podcasts. Start watching America First. Start watching real shows. Not the fucking news, but you get what I'm saying. It's like, it would be suicidal of Israel to kill Charlie. Because essentially, like, right now, they're paying influencers $7,000 to send out tweets because they don't have Charlie doing it anymore. So yeah, I am going to call you a conspiracy theorist there. I do appreciate you listening. I do appreciate the the comment, but I don't know. If you have a better theory, I'll debate you on it. Or if you want to come on the show and debate me on it, I'll fucking do it. I don't care. I just don't think it's real. Let's see. This one guy, like, he was, I don't know, this, dude, you gotta be a Fed, or, like, I don't know, you gotta be trying to get me RICO'd or something. Like, this one guy basically fucking said something about, like, God led the Crusades and now we got to do it, and it's like, no, fuck you, no we don't. Pick up your Bibles and rosaries, not your weapon, you sick fuck. And then now he's saying, like, gods will require death sentences, and I don't know what he's referring to, but it's like, dude, you sound like a Fed. You're Fed posting, like, hello officer, no, fuck off. Here's a comment, retarded one. They said, Nelcat on Bassem Youssef on After BB. You really do need to keep notes or something, man. Every time I listen to your pod, you say something demonstrably incorrect. Dude, are you retarded? Just because I didn't name every single fucking person that they had on After BB doesn't mean I didn't name... Like, what I was talking about was how they had BB on and then they brought Nick Fuentes on. Sorry I didn't give you the whole fucking list of the 5-hour stream they did where they brought on, like, 4 different guests. Blow me. Like, fuck you. not fuck you, but you know what I mean, dude, like, shut the fuck up about that. Like, why are you nitpicking on, like, oh, you didn't mention it? Like, shut up. Shut up. I didn't mention all the names. Oh my god, sue me. Oy vey. Like, fuck you. Like, again, not fuck you, but you get what I'm saying. Like, dude, chill. Like, shut up. It's really funny how Iran has been 3 weeks away from developing a nuclear weapon for the last 30 years. Yep. Also, I appreciate you exposing the persecution and murdering of Christians in Nigeria on your previous show. But it's also happening in Syria and, in fact, all around the world. But somehow, only Jews and Muslims receive any form of sympathy from the mainstream media. I think this is our South African listener. This is my international guy. You brought me international, sir. You're a base dude. You're a base guy. But yeah, let me respond. First of all, you couldn't be more correct in the first part. Iran has literally been fucking a week to 3 weeks away from a nuke for the last 30 years. You're right. That's their Hezbollah talking point. Here's the thing, if people don't know a lot about Hezbollah, Google the Israeli show The Ambassador and what it is. And if you have watched Ian Carroll's show, you probably know about it, but it's an interesting thing. They used to create a game show in Israel to have whoever won it would be like whoever could create the best like Hezbollah lies for Israel. And yeah, I am definitely going to keep exposing the genocide on Christians. Christians are the most persecuted people of all time. They want to tell you it's Jews. Jews tell that to you because they think everything was promised to them 3,000 years ago. It's fucking complete, I mean, it's the most arrogant fucking thing to say everything was promised to you 3,000 years ago. To say you're God's chosen people like that, it's a really fucking arrogant thing to say. We're all children of God. Fuck you. Not fuck you to this guy. Fuck you to the people who say that shit. Yeah, I'm going to keep speaking about it. I didn't speak about it this episode, but I'm going to keep speaking about it a lot in the future. It's really important that we push that message forward, that we talk about it. It's real, it's happening, and nobody is talking about it. You're right about that. So, excuse me. I appreciate you listening to the show. Appreciate you tuning in. From South Africa, very base guy. Thank you. Let's see. Someone said, keep riffing. Cracks me up sometime. Yeah, I go with the flow. Like I said, I have like 3 fucking post-it notes in front of me, and like today they say Israel owns America, Paramount Warner, and then the last one says respond to comments. So like, again, I don't have a lot of notes. I just riff, I ramble. When I see shit I don't like, I call it out. When I see shit that I find funny, I try and make jokes about it. Not all my jokes are funny, I get that. I'm kind of retarded in a lot of ways. Not real, like not retarded, but you know what I mean? Like in the Alex Jones way where he's like, kind of retarded. One of the funniest clips. But yeah, I'm just a guy. I'm just joking around. I'm just trying to make light of shitty situations sometimes. I'm going to keep doing the show, keep riffing, keep rambling. Thank you for that comment. I appreciate you. Let's see. Another black guy. Another base black guy. Another base black man. Thank you, base black guys. As a black man, just know there are a lot of us who agree with your talking points and think there is a lot of violence that needs to be stopped. Amen. We're all in agreement about that. The violence needs to stop. Violence needs to stop on all fronts. I don't care who's committing the violence. Violence needs to stop. And from a black perspective as well, I mean, like, if you guys want your race to succeed in America, not even from, like, an economical standpoint, but from, like, a longevity of, like, you are self-eliminating your race. And it's not saying you are, sir. It's just saying the black community. I talk about this a lot. Like, black people do target and kill white people a lot. And more recently, they've been targeting them. But the majority of the murders that black people commit are against other black people. You guys self-eliminate your own race through abortion and through murder. And like 40% of abortions are black women. That's very disgusting and sad. So like, we need to fix that. We need to fix the self-elimination of the black race, because you got to feel bad for, like, I feel bad for the black race. They're really misguided, really ill-informed on some of these things because the way the media has tried to propagandize them. And the liberal media specifically. I mean, the liberal media will tell black people, like, that they're really dumb. Like, Kathy Hochul, if you guys haven't seen the clip, Kathy Hochul has a clip, she's the senator in New York, where she says there's black kids in the Bronx who haven't heard of a computer. And no, she didn't say this in, like, 2001. She said this in 2024. There are black kids in the Bronx who haven't even heard of a computer. Does she think black people fucking, that they're monkeys, that they're beating their chests and like, what does she think black people are doing? Does she think you guys are cavemen? It's disrespectful. People say I'm racist. I'm not. Again, I love all people. I don't care what your skin color is. I care if you're good or if you're evil. That's what I care about. I do not give a shit what your skin color is. I care about, are you good or are you evil? That's what I care about. That's what matters. Are you a productive member of society, or are you a weight on society? Are you bringing us down? Let's see. This guy said, every good man should be ready to defend themselves and people around them at all times. Exactly. You should be. You should be it's not just own a gun, own a knife. It's be trained with those weapons as well. Be ready with those weapons. And Greta's boat didn't get bombed, LOL. I think you're wrong on that. I mean, it bombed, like, it got hit with a little something. We watched it. I played the video of it on my show, like, a little bit ago. Not today, but, like, a different day. Let's see. That comment actually... Oh, I thought it just got deleted, but it disappeared for a second, but it's back. Let's see. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say anyone counter-signaling Candace without actually digging into her journalism here is a certain ethnicity. Are you trying to call me a Jew? Fuck you. I'm Catholic. I'm a Catholic. Because I'm saying Candace is wrong, that makes me Jewish? Shut the fuck up. Again, low IQ, moronic bullshit. Shut the fuck up, you retard. If you're so low IQ you can't understand basic principles, no offense, you're too dumb to watch this show. And I mean that respectfully, but you're too dumb to watch the show, some of you guys. It's not all of you, it's some. I think I responded to this one the other day, but maybe I didn't. Someone said lots of Army vets are homeless, so it's jail for serving your country, referring to when I said that we should put a lot of homeless people in jail. No, I do think the ones with a lot of mental issues should get some help for sure, but I think our government should take care of them. That's what I think. I think our government has a duty to take care of the soldiers. Like, again, that's such a stupid fucking leap. Again, you gotta... Come on. This is what I'm talking about. Like, I now understand when Nick Fuentes gets mad reading fucking super chats. I know this is not the same thing, but some of these comments, guys, some of them. Someone said, why the fuck do you think you should have a podcast? Because I actually have something to say, bitch. What do you have to say? Shut the fuck up, you worthless sack of shit. If you had something to say, you would... Sorry, one, too. If you had something to say, you would actually do something with your life instead of commenting on my shit. Fuck you. I think that's all the comments we had. We had a couple polls I ran. Let me see the, how the polls finished out. Let me see. They didn't get a ton of votes, but we're gonna check out, see what the polls got. This thing always loads so slow at the worst times. Let's see. We're gonna go to the polls. I said, is Candace Owens going crazy? 50-50 votes. Damn, that sucks. Come on, guys. Should USA break the alliance with Israel? 100% yes. Okay, those are our two polls we ran. We'll run more polls. Let's see, what poll should I do for today's show? I'm going to run another Candace Owens one because, again, I think... I'm going to do you still trust Candace after she said she had the letter and now doesn't? That's the poll I'll run today. That's going to be the entire show for the day, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Very long show, very good show. We talked about how Israel is owning our nation through the media, overrepresented through all the media companies, and they own them. We talked about the football halftime show. We talked about how the NFL is fucking screwing up the NFL. We talked about all the different angles, how it's connected to Donald Trump with Brad Parscale. We talked about the war that's happening on TikTok right now. Again, they banned me on TikTok. We talked about Candace's lies. We read some comments. It was a good show. So we're going to sign off today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, a blessed night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.